Today on All Things 80s, we're going to be busting open a vintage Power of the Force Last 17 Star Wars figure. Welcome back to All Things 80s. Now today I'm going to go ahead and open up a vintage Power of the Force Last 17 Star Wars figure. Now before anyone starts crying and calling me all kind of names, I have very good reasons for doing this, and as you will see when I do the reveal, again, like with all my sort of unboxing videos, this is not a prime example of a display piece. And the last time I did one of these, which was the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight, I even had the junk man call me an asshole. But he's since apologized for that, so we're all cool there. Now, the figure I chose for a couple of reasons. One, I need this figure for an upcoming video. And two, it's a figure that in the loose form has not aged well due to the fact that it is extremely prone to that nose rub. And as I am building a collection again, I want the figures I have in my loose collection to be as nice as possible. So when I mentioned the nose rub, you've probably guessed that it is indeed that divisive figure, the Imperial Dignitary. Now, for those of you that get upset at me doing these kind of videos, one, well, first of all, the card is bowed. Two, the bubble is extremely yellow. And three, it's missing a whole bunch. I guess someone has ripped a price tag off at some point. So this will be quite interesting for me because I've never actually held one of these Power of the Force coins before. I can't imagine at the time that this would have been a great attraction for young kids. I know that I would not have been, salivating at the prospect of having a coin. I wanted blasters and lightsabers, not coins. And it's nice to see a last 17 card with almost the entire range on the back. Of course, Yak Face missing. And of course the other examples of R2-D2 and C-3PO, which were replaced each time a new one came out. But I just want to get this opened and see what the fuss was all about back in 84, 85, to see if coins were worth, spending your pocket money on to get, instead of accessories that would have been far more useful. So I'll do this reasonably smartly. I'm not going to just rip the thing off, although I really should, because this card is just in such a state. But first things first, I'm going to look at the coin. So it's going to cut round and hopefully not cut myself, which I do have a bad history of. Anyone that knows me on a personal level will know that knives and me have a very bad relationship, and this is almost going to be no exception. Ha! That's interesting. So I assumed, although I knew they weren't silver coins, but the fact that the bubble has yellowed so badly, I thought for a second, wow, maybe this is a special gold coin. It's of course not. It's just the standard silver. Wow, and the bubble is extremely brittle now, so just, there we go, coming. Right, well, it's very light. I'm actually, wow, see that? It's got a nice sound to it, but it's absolutely nothing special. And especially in this instance, the Imperial Dignitary is such a kind of blah figure. So no, if I was me back in 84, 85, this would have been of no interest to me whatsoever. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the coins. As for the figure itself, it is something I'm needing, well, on two levels. One, for an upcoming video, And also, because, like I said, I will need this figure at some point to complete my collection. And it's one of those figures that had the painted faces. And when you look at these loose, 9 times out of 10, it has the paint rub on the nose. So first of all, it has that weird sort of slightly sticky feel to it, that, although it does have that new figure smell, which is excellent. My God, I love that smell. But it has that sort of slight stickiness, as if the plastic has begun to break down over the years, well, the decades, in fact. I'm not going to describe the figure in this video because that's for the video that's coming up. But as you can see, this is a pretty damn good example of a imperial dignitary. In fact, it's absolutely perfect, which is what I wanted. There's nothing worse than seeing these on eBay with the nose rub. Similar to the painted head Luke Skywalker Jedi and the AT-AT Commander. I've seen a lot of those where the nose is just rubbed off. So yes, Powder the Force, last 17. Just to stress again, this wasn't me being some jerk saying, hey, look at me opening up these last 17. You could see it was a terrible example of a carded figure. And there was, in actual fact, I'm not going to reveal prices, but I will say this. The price I paid for this carded is a lot less than they're going for loose. So don't think I'm showing off or anything, because I'm absolutely not. It was something I needed, and in a day or so, you'll see the video which will include this guy. So I thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.